Thinking about a career in healthcare but also want to serve your country? The Coast Guard might be the perfect place for you. Whether you're into emergency medicine, patient care, or helping people stay healthy, there's one job that does it all. And you don't need a sky-high ASVAB score to qualify. Welcome to the U.S. Military Test Prep channel by Study.com. My name is Matt, and I'm a U.S. Army vet and an ASVAB test prep expert. In today's video, I'm going to cover everything that you need to know about understanding your scores on the Armed Services Vocational Aptitude Battery, or ASVAB, if you're looking to enlist in the United States Coast Guard. We'll also take a look at the score that you need to be eligible for your healthcare rating or job. Are you ready? Let's get into it. The ASVAB has 9 or 10 subtests depending on whether you're taking the paper or computerized version. These subtests check out your knowledge in different areas like general science, arithmetic reasoning, word knowledge, paragraph comprehension, and mathematics knowledge. The other areas are electronics information, auto and shop information, mechanical comprehension, and assembling objects. You'll get a standard score for each one of the subtests. So, what's a standard score? It's basically how you stack up against other people your age, specifically 18 to 23-year-olds in the US. The average score is 50, and the scoring system is built around that. 50 is your baseline, and a 10-point difference shows how far above or below average you are. So a 60, above average. A 40, below average. Pretty simple. Higher scores show off your strengths in certain areas, which can be a game changer for landing specific jobs. You'll also get a percentile rank. This shows how your performance compares to others. For example, a percentile rank of 75 means that you did better than 75% of standard test takers. Here's where it gets a bit more customized. Once you're eligible to enlist, the Coast Guard will use your ASVAB scores to determine what kind of job you're best suited for within the service. These jobs are determined using composite scores, also called line scores. These are created by combining your standard scores from various subtests that are relevant to specific military jobs. Each rating has a minimum composite score requirement in one or more areas. For example, a technical job would look at your math and science scores, while a mechanical role will care more about your understanding of mechanics and tools. Your composite scores really dictate what jobs you qualify for, so they're worth paying attention to. Alright, so let's talk about becoming a Health Services Technician, or HS, in the Coast Guard. This is the go-to medical job in the branch, and it's kind of like being a cross between an EMT, a nurse, and a medical assistant, all rolled into one. You could be handling everything from minor injuries and checkups to assisting in emergencies, whether on a cutter in the middle of the ocean or at a Coast Guard base on shore. Now, what does it take to qualify? For this role, the Coast Guard requires a minimum combined score of 154 on a set of subtests. These subtests focus on reading comprehension and math skills, both critical for performing medical tasks, reading charts, calculating dosages, and communicating effectively in healthcare settings. This includes verbal expression, or VE, which itself is a combo of word knowledge and paragraph comprehension, plus arithmetic reasoning, or AR, and mathematics knowledge, or MK. So if you're decent at reading comprehension and have a solid grip on basic math, you're already on the right track. The good news? Once you get in, the HS rating offers legitimate medical training and certifications that can transfer to civilian careers. So it's not just a job, it's a long-term investment in your future. Your Armed Forces Qualification Test, or AFQT score, might be the most important score. It decides whether you can even enlist at all. Each branch sets its own minimum score, so you have to clear that bar to move forward. The AFQT comes from a combination of your scores on 4 key subtests. These subtests include arithmetic reasoning, which has basic math and word problems, and mathematics knowledge, which includes a variety of math concepts. The other 2 subtests are word knowledge, which tests vocabulary and word meanings, and paragraph comprehension, which measures how well you can understand written materials. Your AFQT score is a percentile ranking, meaning that if you score a 60, you did better than 60% of standard test takers. Each military branch has its own standards. Now let's talk numbers and take a closer look at the minimum AFQT score you need to enlist in each branch of the military. You'll need a high school diploma or a GED to qualify for any branch of the military. The required score varies, though, based on which one you have. If you've passed the GED exam, you'll need to aim for a score of at least 50. With a high school diploma, you'll need a minimum score of 31 for the Air Force, Army, Marine Corps, and Navy. The Coast Guard requires a 32. If your AFQT score is higher than the minimum, that's great. This opens up additional job options, potentially more career growth, and maybe even some bonuses. Maybe you want to be a health services technician, but you've already taken the ASVAB and your scores aren't where they need to be yet. I'm here to give you some steps that you can take to improve your scores and better position yourself for the military jobs that you want. First, pinpoint both your strengths and your weak areas. Look at which subtests brought down your scores and which ones you excelled in. While it's important to address the weaker areas to meet the minimum requirements, excelling in your strong areas can help you offset a lower score in other sections. This balance can improve your overall test outcome, especially for composite scores or percentile rankings. Next, study smarter. Spend more time on the sections that you really struggled with. Using good study resources can really make a big difference. Study.com's ASVAB test prep resources can help with personalized plans and practice tests to get you on track. In fact, 92% of users pass the ASVAB after prepping with Study.com. Taking a practice test can really help you zero in on what you know and what you don't. Watch lessons to review material that you're less confident in. If you feel like you really know a topic well, do practice problems and quiz yourself. If you notice that you're missing a lot, go back and review the lesson to make sure that you really know the material. A solid prep plan can really help you boost your score. You can also retake the ASVAB. You'll need to wait 30 days before your first 2 retakes. After that, it's a 6-month wait if you want to try again. So use the time that you have to your advantage. Also, keep in mind that you can use your ASVAB scores for up to 2 years to enlist, so make sure you plan accordingly. If you need to retake the ASVAB, consider using Study.com's ASVAB study guide and test prep resources and really zero in on what you need to study. And remember, even if you didn't get the score for the role that you wanted, there might be other military jobs that would be a good fit for you. The goal is to maximize your strengths. So if you've got a passion for helping people and you're looking for a meaningful role in the Coast Guard, the Health Services Technician path might be the right move for you. The ASVAB score isn't out of reach with the right prep, and the training you'll get could set you up for success in and out of uniform. If this video helped you out, give it a thumbs up, drop a comment with any questions or topics you want for us to cover in the future, and don't forget to subscribe for more U.S. military test prep content. Stay sharp, and I'll see you in the next video.